Last time on Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch, our protagonist, Maestro, managed to clear his first championship wins and secured himself for the next round of the tournament. But after his final match at the Wily Fortress, he was approached by a strange figure and was forced to fight the fortress's guardian, the Yellow Devil, only to return home to find out that Gutsman has gone missing. Will our hero find them? And what was that strange figure in the fortress? Go find out right now. Like, this video is starting right now. Oh, hey there again. I was just about to play through Chapter 2 and 3 of Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch. You want to check it out? If you're watching this and you haven't seen the first part of this series, I have a playlist linked in the description where you can go watch the previous part. Alternatively, you can just subscribe so that you don't miss another part, but that's up to you, little bro. No pressure. If you have seen it, you should know that in the first part, we went over the history of Mega Man leading up to 8-Bit Deathmatch, my history with the game, the gameplay, a tiny bit of the soundtrack, and the story of the first chapter. Now, where were we? Ah, that's right. Gutsman is missing. Bubble Man's level is the first level to actually do underwater segments well. It's super advantageous to go underwater because that's where all the free frags tend to be. There is an advantage to being out of water though. All of the great weapons are on the segments out of the water, Hard Knuckle included. You've heard me mention Hard Knuckle in the last video, and that's because Hard Knuckle is one of the best abilities in this game. If the map has Hard Knuckle, you should use it. It fires a fist forward that deals a ton of damage if it connects with enemies. It's basically a death sentence to any opponent that's a little bit too close.
Do I amuse you? Am I some sort of clown to you?
I hate my job.
That's all for Bubble Man. Moving on to Airman. This level features more complex secrets, like using item 2 to ride across the map to pick up either Rush Adapter or Topspin. Alright guys, now hear me out. Rush Adapter isn't the best ability to use on this map. It's actually Topspin. Topspin might actually be top 10 best abilities in this game specifically. Just like in Mega Man 3, you have to jump in order to use it, but instead of hitting an enemy once, it hits them multiple times if you stand close to them. Meaning, if you stand next to people, you end up becoming a blender tornado of death. If anybody gets close to you while you're using this move, it's instant death. It does have one fatal flaw. You can die by just being shot at. You have literally no movement while you're in this state, so maybe it's not that useful after all. Heatman's level is actually pretty easy. There is a really fun strategy though. This level features the Yoku blocks, you know, those disappearing, reappearing blocks that appear in every single Mega Man game. The ones that you always died to when you were little, you know, these blocks. You remember them. They aren't as annoying here, but they lead to some pretty busted items on the map, like the Energy Balancer, Mirror Buster, and Skull Barrier. My beloved. Skull Barrier is a shield item that lets you take one free hit. If you're about to die and you pop Skull Barrier, you basically get a free escape option. You could also pop Skull Barrier, then charge into enemies with no consequence, but that's a lot riskier. Risk that I'm willing to take, and risk that you should take too, because this game is kind of easy. This level suffers from what I like to call the Death Bowl syndrome. What does that mean? Well, it funnels enemies into a single point on the map and forces them to duke it out with only their busters and whatever items may be inside of the center of the pit. There are a ton of levels built like this. Even Cutman's stage suffers from this a tiny bit, but it's not as bad as Flashman's level or some other levels coming up real soon. I personally, when I play this level, like to gamble with the prize ball at the center of the map to try and drop Eddie Bomber. Eddie Bomber is a companion summon that shoots bombs out ahead of you, and if it runs into a wall, it'll ricochet off. It has a timer, I don't know what it is, and I'm not gonna learn. I usually pair Eddy Bomber with Crystal Ball, which is like Hard Knuckle, but a little bit worse. It does split into 9 miniature balls when it hits a wall, and they tend to ricochet a lot. You're pretty good, but you have no chance against the likes of me. On guard! Alright, let's get this over with. This is Enker, one of the first Mega Man killer encounters. He isn't that hard, honestly. He'll try to push you off the map with his sword if he gets too close. He'll jump around occasionally to catch you off guard, and if he raises his sword, do not shoot at him. He will absorb your attacks and do this. Yeah, that hurts. Just lay some flame blasts on the ground when he's chasing you and shoot metal blades at him when he's vulnerable, standing still. Successfully beating him gives you his weapon for the rest of the chapter, Mirror Buster. It's actually used to be way worse, but it's actually pretty decent now. How does it work? Well, just wait, you'll find out. This level features the titular Quick Man Beams of Death. There is a pretty funny exploit you can do with these. If you hold out Mirror Buster and you touch the beam at the right distance, you instantly charge it. In a pinch, it's not actually that useful, but you can open up fights with it because Mirror Buster is broken and overpowered. Not a lot to say about Woodman's level, I'm not gonna lie. The standout weapons of this level are Leaf Shield and Slash Claw. Drill Bomb is also here, but I mean... yeah, I like to use Slash Claw because I can give my opponents a fresh lineup on their corpses. Like you could, G. Crashman's stage. Oh, Crashman's stage. Where do I even begin? Remember how I said Fireman's stage was difficult because of the high frag limit, the overpowered weapons, and the terrible map geometry? Well, I take it all back. This level's way worse. This level it's difficult for similar and different reasons compared to Fireman's stage. The map is actually built even worse now. It's a really vertical level, and it has a bunch of these narrow corridors which make it easy for all these, like, powers to just, like, connect with free kills. Stuff like Flame Blast, Ring Boomerang, Tornado Hold, Hyper Bomb, all of these weapons thrive on this map because of how close quarters it actually is. Here's a strategy that you can use to win this map easily, but you can still lose if you aren't smart about how you do it. Grab Tornado Hold from the second level of the map, make your way down to the first floor to grab Hyper Bomb from the highest shelf right here, then head back up to the second floor and carpet bomb the life out of the first floors. If you can find and use Tango or Treble Sentry, use them on the first floor. And always make sure to check your back for opponents while you're... Metal Man's level is easy. Just grab an E-Tank and use Triple Blade. It's a free win. The Wily Fortress walls suffer from Death Bowl syndrome. It's actually even worse here, since it's not even a bowl. It's just a plate with very little objects to weave around when you're trying to dodge enemy attacks. Even all the power-ups are, like, grouped up near the edges and corners of the map. This is a very strange level. Really just equip Search Snake or Gyro Attack and spam them down the big fights. Sneaking frags means very little when you're fighting literal bots. After the match, we witnessed some classic bad guy infighting between Crashman and Woodman when... oh, hey, thanks, Crashman. We find ourselves in the sewers of Wily Castle. We break a vent and jump down into the interior. More Gutsman statues. This is really creeping me out. Let's get out of here. Stupid door. Man, if only I had someone stronger than me to... Hello. Ouch! Hey, watch it! Wait, where the heck am I? What? The Wily Castle Arena? Figures that old nutcase is behind this. So you came to rescue me, eh? I appreciate it, buddy. Alright, let's get back to the lab and tell Dr. Light about this. Rawr! Where do we go now? Hey, do you hear something? Well, now that you mention it... Uh-oh. Run for it, little buddy! I'm right behind you. I was actually ahead of him. Pro tip, if you kill all of the Mets in this hallway, you get a free E-tank. Or you don't. No, my E-tank! Why does this thing look like me? Now I'm mad, let's thrash this guy! On it, the Guts Dozer, final boss of Chapter 2. He can be pretty difficult at first. The only vulnerable part of this beast is his head, but since you're stuck on the ground, you're basically forced to lob napalm bombs up on his head to deal damage. You have no real way of doing any good damage. Whoa, that's a huge rock. Gutsman, put that thing away. Yeah, in order to deal actual good damage to him, Gutsman will occasionally dig up rocks from the ground and throw them directly at the Guts Dozer. They don't deal any damage, but it does let you climb onto his platform of a body and slice him with the fire sword. Psst. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Mirror Buster is actually useful here. Parrying a single bullet from this guy will instantly charge a shot, and the shots deal a lot of damage. Yeah, just parry his shots and dodge his charge attack. He goes down faster than the Yellow Devil, honestly. Aw, isn't that joyous? Anyways, heading back to the Lights Lab, we have another letter from Awesome Fan 92. Heading back over to the teleporter we... Oh, hey Gutsman. Let's go talk to Dr. Knight. Well, we have a new...
I wasn't worried at all. That noisy oaf would have turned up sooner. Aw, I love you guys. I knew you missed me. Aw, please, let go.